I regret nothing. So, I should actually probably put on the real music. Play in browser. And there we go. There we go. So now we wait. And my coffee's almost gone. Oh, where's my snack? It's not really a snack so much as it is breakfast. Hello, Adam. Hello, Mike. Y'all missed the music. I played it first thing. Because I know some of y'all hate it. But essentially, I regret nothing. It was the Russian la 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 thing. So how are you two? How are you three? Broken Symmetry says, hello, dang, missed it. I'm not sure if that's serious or sarcastic, Broken Symmetry. You have an AI girlfriend? I'm afraid. Alright. That was not what I wanted from the ambient station. I'm very afraid. I know Broken Symmetry, but not everybody likes it. Good morning, null denominator. As I shove food in my face. Good evening, Wayne. Good morning, Mike. Add them all together. I can't remember where in the world you are. I was gonna say, did you actually get an image of it, Trekker Cov? Ah, okay, so add them all together is in the UK. So it is a good evening. There are just clouds here and stuff. So I really don't expect to be able to see it in person. I'm enjoying all the images of it. But I don't have any binoculars. I don't know if the zoom on my DSLR would help. I'm not trying to image it. Good morning, Tropical Tom. I'm in the middle of eating, otherwise I would get the fluffy one up here. Because trust me, I'm sure he would enjoy my Cliff Bar, but I don't want to share my Cliff Bar with him. So it's funny that you tossed bits at me, Tropical Tom, because Keeper was trying to convince me to set up a bit goal. And that once I hit the bit goal, I was done streaming. So. I think that it varies on where you are in the world, Broken Symmetry. Well, enjoy your lunch date. More bits. Thank you, Tropical Tom. Null Denominator says, finding it, meaning Neowise, required binoculars, but once I knew where to look, I was able to see it with just my eyeballs. Now, after sunset, as soon as it gets dark enough in the northwest. Keeper says it was just a suggestion. See, y'all with the bits are why Pamela's like, you are great at this Twitch thing. So. gauntlet. Once I finish eating, I will bring the dog up. 1,000,000 bits and then I can go home. I mean, I'm already in my house. All I have to do, like, bed is just down the hallway. It is weird having an office. I'm enjoying it though. I really am. I've pretty much accepted that this is my room and that the bedroom is favorite human's room. And neither one of us is the neatest person. And the levels of, like, clutter we can tolerate. Million bits would trigger the eating of the chip. Oh my goodness. It's at Pamela's house somewhere. But yeah, no, favorite human and I have different levels of clutter tolerance. We'll tolerate different things and we'll clean different things, but we're never always in sync, so our place is always a little bit messy. So, like, he'll do laundry, but he won't put it away. So there are just baskets and boxes and piles of clean laundry. And putting the laundry on top of the dresser does not trigger it in his brain to put it away. And these are things where I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to suck it up and just put clothes away. Because he does the laundry. I should just really suck it up and just put all the laundry away. So. But 99% of the time, I think I'm getting the talking to. Oh no, Tropical Tom, I'm terrible. There's a reason why I have a green screen. And why I haven't really set up dog cam, so. Oh, the topic of your lunch date today. Oh, okay. I'm like, I'm not giving you the talking to. I'm waking up. It took me a second. I lost my track of thought. I really did. But yeah. Yeah, that's never a fun lecture. The lessons learned from sharing a house with a bunch of other adults is that some of which who were much cleaner than I was, and some of which were on par with me or worse, is that I'm like, if somebody wants to clean, I'm never going to fight them from cleaning. Cleaning around me because of all the movement can trigger my anxiety. So that's just one of those things where I just get up and leave. But things like, I had a significant other that was terrible about just drinking Mountain Dew and just leaving all the Mountain Dew bottles everywhere. Like, it didn't matter if I put, like, a trash can next to his chair, like, there's just Mountain Dew bottles everywhere. And I think at some point I was just like, I'm gonna stop picking these up and see what happens. They just piled up. And I guess there was some anger that they weren't disappearing. Which, okay. Anyways. Yeah, no. He didn't do that. It pretty much was like Mountain Dew. So Tropical Tom asks, would it be fair to say the topic of a microgravity bidet is separate and distinct from that of a 1/6 gravity lunar bidet? The engineering challenge differs? Yes. Yes. Nubia says, makes me feel better about cleaning out the machine despite my SO insisting she could do it. Which is weird that I should feel bad about it, but shrugs. Don't. Like, I've had people make me feel bad for not cleaning, and I'm like... Like, because cleaning would just... The way they cleaned would just trigger my anxiety. So I'm like... Favorite Human and I are in a... Favorite Human and I we don't really nag each other about it, which is good because it's not a battle I want to fight. Like, I'm annoyed by the like, if I'm annoyed by something, it's just like, F it, I'll do it. So Ms. Brickett says, I cleaned up in a roommate situation. I threw away bunches of empty booze bottles and got yelled at for doing so. Moved out shortly afterwards. I love living alone now. I only have to answer to myself and no one else is around to drive me nuts. Yeah, like, the period of time where I was living by myself, it was nice. Because I was able to keep on top of everything, and everything was pretty much how I wanted it. And there's just, when you add someone else to your living area, there's a level of chaos that increases, and there's ways to deal with that, and sometimes it's just easier to just ride it out. So, yeah, they cleaned in a way that encouraged me to not clean. They really did. Because they would just do, like, these huge bursts. They would move all the furniture, they would mop the floor, they would sweep and mop, they would... Everything got cleaned, and I'm like... No. When I clean, it's usually here, it's around, organizing. Yeah, Ambius. Ambius says, I straight out had a panic attack when I moved in with my SO, and she arranged things in a certain way that made me feel it wasn't really my place anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, and I've always been very conscious of that. In fact, that was when Favorite Human and I first got together, that was a big thing. I'm like, I want a spot to call mine. Like, I want a room to just call mine. I want my space. At the time, I was talking about, like, separate bedroom. Because sometimes having separate bedrooms isn't a bad idea. You know. Especially if the other person snores a lot, or you're on very different sleep schedules. Kind of thing. So, yeah, I have my mess in my office, and I don't really get on him for his mess around his computer. And, pretty much, like, the bedroom is pretty much like, this is your space. Which is funny, because I will go in there and set up shop and work in there in bed, so. Tropical Tom says, I tried to live with my girlfriend who is a 911 operator and who has a different sleep schedule. I had to take my life savings and buy this little cottage in the woods by myself. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Ms. Burkitten says, I was always, your room is your business, but the common areas are to be clean in roommate situations. Yeah, the biggest common spot that's not clean that gets on me right now is the stove. Because it's electric, and if the burners are dirty, if the space under the burners are dirty, or the heating elements, or whatever you want to call them, because I'm used to having a gas stove, something will smoke and it'll set off the smoke alarms. So Wayne Johnson says, I have my observatory, otherwise my man cave. Yeah, yeah, Ms. Brickett, and I can relate to you about the bathroom and the kitchen will drive you nuts the fastest. So Sign says, I'm living on my own, but I like to have regular game nights or friends over for movies, chilling, or cooking, so I have to clean. That's a good motivation to clean. That's a good motivation to clean. It really is. It's like, I know I need to run the vacuum because there's dog fur everywhere. The vacuum's still in the box it was shipped in. Like I have fabric and stuff. Like my second desk that I bought to be like my sewing table is covered with random things. And the kitchen is tiny and we're not sure how to organize it. Yeah. I think I need to buy more furniture for the kitchen. It's weird going from like a full size kitchen in a house to a teeny tiny kitchen. Everybody's like, oh, why don't you have XYZ? I'm like, look, I already have to put things on top of cabinets. So I need like another, I need like a spot to store things. Hey, Cassidy says, I am a neat person, so when things get to a certain point, I need to clean or go crazy. Yeah, that my clutter tolerance is higher than that, so especially if I'm not feeling well. It's like the kitchen is bothering me, but I know that to fix the kitchen, I literally need more flat surfaces to store stuff. So Tropical Tom's like, I chose crazy years ago. I hear you. I'm looking around for, okay, here's my meds. I'm just like, I don't think I did this yet today. Oh, I need to reorder these. This is bad. We'll get to see if my meds get shipped to the correct house. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Null Denominator says, I feel this right now. I went from a 3-bedroom house to a small, poorly laid out 1-bedroom apartment. After 6 years of this nonsense, I'm finally moving back into a house and I'm so excited for space. I hear you. I do. I'm actually okay with the fact that we've downsized. Because the house was way more than what I needed. I was not using all of the space, which is good, but there was stuff that filled all the space. I don't know if I'll go back to owning. Oh, there's going to be a 3rd season? I don't know if I watched through the 2nd season. Oh, yes. Agretsuko, which is a cute little... She's a red panda. And she works in an office as an office lady, and she sings death metal to blow off steam. But yeah, I don't know if I want to go back to having a house. I'm enjoying not mowing the lawn. And when things go super wrong, calling somebody else to fix it. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's see, because I know I need to work on Rocket Roundup at some point today. We only have 3 launches for Rocket Roundup. I'm kind of impressed. Why do you... Okay, there it goes. There it goes. I'm actually super excited, unless China sends off something secretive today. Yes, I do share walls with neighbors. The unit on one side is empty right now. The unit on the other side is rented. is rented. But they're not home right now. I don't know what's up with that. So the soundproofing between units is pretty good, as in, um, the neighbor's dog can bark inside their unit. And if I'm outside, let's say like the neighbor's dog is barking at the window. If I'm outside with the dogs, I can hear the neighbor dog bark. But if I go to ask favorite human, he's like, I didn't hear a dog barking when he's inside the unit. So the soundproofing is pretty darn good. However, like thumps and like stomping, like furniture being moved and not placed gently, running through the unit, like if the neighbor's kid runs through the unit or runs up and down the stairs, like I can feel that, but I can feel it and hear it. But overall, like the level of soundproofing is, it's enough where I don't worry about my dogs really annoying people. When I leave or come home, I can hear my dogs outside the unit. But other than that, like I don't think the neighbors hear at all. The windows aren't the greatest for soundproofing. And because I can't, the walls have this weird texture stuff to them, which I both love and hate because I know it cuts down on sound being transmitted through the walls. It makes it very difficult just to apply any adhesives because the adhesives aren't going to stick. So, things like hanging curtains, you can tell that there were curtain rods before and they were taken down, and even the lease agreement like mentions curtains. But like I can see where curtain rods were up and then taken down. And I don't know if that was by a previous tenant or if it was by the property management. They're like, we're going to make all the units the same because honestly, if I were to put up curtain rods, I would just leave them because it's not worth ripping them out. But I have a feeling that it's going to be like military housing and it has to go back to exactly how it was before. Which, annoying. Some of my neighbors do have curtains, but I like have to get written permission to put curtain rods up. But once I do that, I can soundproof the windows a little better. I just don't know if I want to. So yeah, I do share walls. I live in a townhouse. There's a bunch of like tiny 2-story units all in a row. And I don't really have a backyard, which is fine. I open up my back door and I have like a concrete slab patio thingy, which some people have like furniture on theirs. We don't have, I have like a tomato plant on mine. And then there's a tiny strip of grass and then a sidewalk and then parking. So, yeah. There's more of a front lawn than there's a back lawn, but front lawn, it's kind of nice. I think there's an apple tree out front. So, oh yeah, I can totally get that certification, Tropical Tom. I actually do have problems with lights triggering migraines. So, where do the doggies go? So in the house in Ohio, I used to have a dog door and a fenced-in backyard. So the dog door was actually in a spot where, oh, thank you for the host. Oh, I promised dogs and bits, didn't I? Hey, Puck, come here. Let's see if we can get him. Come here, Puck. Hi, buddy. Good morning. Do you want up here? Do you want Cheerios? Come on. There you go. Are you ready? Oh, there you are. Yeah. So, but I had like the dog door installed in a wall, but it was a spot of the wall where a door had been previously, if that makes any sense. Because there were still steps from the outside, and like the neighbors on either side of me had doors in that spot because all the houses were kind of built the same. Like somebody back in the 30s went and got a bunch of houses built from like the same layout with different materials on the outside. So they had a doggy door and a ramp and a fenced in backyard, and they went in and out as much as they pleased, which was awesome. Here, I have to take them out about every 2 to 3 hours. And I think overnight I can get away with about 9 hours. And we typically go out the back door, go one direction or the other, walk around the building, and they actually have a pet waste area set up. So like they supply poo bags, and there's a little can for me to put the filled poo bags in, which is awesome because then they're not, in my house. So they go outside. And there's other dogs that live in the building. I don't know how many other dogs, at least 2. And then in the other building that's right next to us, there's at least 3 or 4. I know. So they go outside. Chomp, chomp. Yeah, well, you missed it. There were a bunch of bits earlier. So yeah, the doggies go outside. I have to take them out. I know right before the move, somebody was asking me, like, why is Tinker always in her harness? And that was to get her used to wearing the harness all the time. Because they obviously have to go out on a leash. Like, Puck has his harness on. It's hidden by all of his fur. So we're not allowed to tie dogs out. It's okay to tie dogs out, like, if you're going to be out there with them. One of my neighbors has an older dog that's pretty quiet, and I think they have a tie out that just lets the dog go out, do their business, come back in, which is fine. They also go out and pick up after their dog, so nobody complains. But yeah, that's where the doggies go. They go outside. Oof, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Well, they've adjusted pretty well. And the worst part is probably when things are put in places where Puck's not sure, or where Puck doesn't realize there's things, he'll run into them. So it's probably the worst part. I know. It's also motivation to keep stuff clean, huh? He's like, yes, Mom. Yes, it is. So, mornings. Oh. So, hello, Tony. I don't think I've seen you before, Tony. I am Annie. This is Puck. I have another dog. Her name is Tinker. Tinker is sleeping in the human bed. I know. I know. I really don't want you to lick my face. I know. I know. He's like, will you scratch my chest? Okay, I'll scratch your chest. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. I don't really ever do anything planned on Tuesdays. I am awake, though. I'm awake. Oh, what do you think, Puck? Yeah? Should we start planning on doing something on Tuesdays? We could set up Sims. and have the community decide what the Sims do. You don't know about that? Okay, that's fair. But we could have Sim be an astronaut, I think. I actually can't remember if I need to buy an expansion for that. Oh my. So it is Mars launching season, and tomorrow we will cover 3 launches, be the Emirates Mars mission, otherwise known as Hope. Tomorrow, late for me, there's going to be a Chinese launch to Mars. I don't know if there's a live stream. I bet you there might be a live stream, and I will have to poke at Chinese social media for that. But I don't want to poke now. It's too early to poke around on Chinese social media. It really is. I know. I know. There's actually a couple space forums and space websites and things like that that I can check. But it's still kind of early. Because I have to remember all the addresses, and then I have to read no broadcast for the Mars mission. That's... Really? Not even one space? Because one space seems to be like everything else. Or like a state-sponsored thing, like what is it? CG TV or something? Because if it was inland, if it was in China, it'd be CCTV. Oh, nothing official. I'm not surprised that there's nothing official. I'm also a little disappointed that there's nothing official. Sometimes they know on NASA spaceflight. Can I put you down, buddy? So NASA space flights. No. Yes? The forums is what I'm thinking of. Shh, it's okay. I know, I heard somebody open the door too. Alright, SpaceX. Let me actually just maximize this. And Rocket Lab. Robot. Alright, so Chinese launchers. So this is the thread. See, this thread was actually started, I don't know if you can see that, like 4 years ago. And they actually moved it up a little bit from August. So let's go back to let's go to the last page. Hey. Hi. I know. There's Cynews, which I didn't realize they were out of Romania. I use Cynews's videos a lot for Rocket Roundup, because they tend to get the videos, they compile the videos first of all, and sometimes the videos that are released are full of music. Well, they strip the music out, so it's safe to play, the Cynews ones without worrying about being muted or anything. Austria bought, or at least partially built the magnometer. According to one insider source, don't expect any official live coverage of the launch. People will still be there to watch the launch nearby, maybe even stream it, like the last few launches, but there's no promise how people can get, or that the streams won't disappear mysteriously. Oh my. I guess CCTV, which is China news lot of so they're speculating on the forum that the worst case is a 5B style live stream, which I don't know what that is. Best is a CCTV live stream. On the bright side, they're saying still better than the H2A on Weibo. They are complaining Mitsubishi playing an advertisement for like 40 minutes and then announcing launch success. Oh my. Oh my. So. I know. I know. I know. All right. They have the navigation warnings for drop zones. And it looks like most of them are in the sea, so that's good. We like to see that, don't we? Yes, we do, Puck. Yes, we do. Yeah. You know, we don't have a whole lot going on, huh? No, we don't. I think chat died on us, too. Or they're all drinking their coffee. Wayne's like, have a rocket. Oh, hello, Beyond the Hypnotic. Oh, I kind of figured you guys were just hearing me and just being quiet. I'm picking on Puck's fur, and he doesn't like it. So that's why he's moving around a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, nobody's obligated to entertain us, right? But yeah, I would thought that they would want to be really excited and want to share everything about launching to Mars, which is why I'm a little confused. But again, this is also a working rather. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. But yeah, I'm a little surprised that there's not like a live stream, that this isn't a big deal. So remember, I mean, we're dealing with not just a language barrier, but a literal great firewall. So yeah, I would have at least expected CCTV to make more of a big deal out of it. Would you like me to let you down? You want to avoid having to write the code again tomorrow? Yeah, fair. That is fair, Zine. That is fair. That is very fair. All right. Puck's like, Mom, can you stop this? I'm like, no, I have you captive. Okay, I'll let you go. Maybe. Let me finish this one. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. He's like, no. Okay. All right. I'm going to put you down. Otherwise, I'm going to... Oops. Careful. I got you. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep picking at his fur. That's the bad thing about having them wear harnesses all the time. Is that... he gets... more knots and mats than he should, just from the friction of the harness rubbing against his fur. Okay, so I'm going to close this. I will have to investigate that later after I'm done writing Rocket Roundup. So, yeah, Beyond the Hypnotic, we actually have a rule for PSI Tech that we do nothing big on Friday. Nothing big on Friday. The last time I snagged some code from Stack Overload to set up kind of a automated, based on time of day, autoresponder, right? And tired. So I set up this automatic end of day autoresponder, but it kept getting stuck into, or it got stuck into a couple loops. One was with the ticket server, because I get tickets emailed to me. Not like I want them emailed to me, because a lot of them are stuff that doesn't even matter. Like, oh yeah, the cron on this machine ran. I'm like, okay, that's nice. But, so all the tickets that go into the ticket system, I get a copy of those emailed to me. And then my autoresponder also got into this endless loop with another autoresponder, which was kind of hilarious. Because I was tired, I was done. I'm like, look, I'm going to set up my autoresponder, and I'm just going to walk away from all of this, right? And I did, and then before I knew it, I was getting pinged of like, hey, you're flooding the ticket system with your auto replies, because the ticketing system and the auto replies just kept replying to each other. Yeah, it was an infinite tennis match between auto responders. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they got a kick out, like the rest of the IT people got a kick out of it. I didn't break anything, but it was a reminder that we don't do things on Friday. Oh no, I wondered where you were. I mean, yeah. So, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, yeah. Coming in Monday to broken build after you've not looked at it for 2 days is probably low-key the worst. Oh. It is low-key the worst. But yeah, we don't do anything major on Fridays. I think even my maintenance... Yeah, I really should do that design. The biggest thing, it should have stopped responding once it responded to someone from that same email address. But I don't know if there's a way to do that. It was all Google code. It's like, oh, this will work. This will be fine. Just endless emails. Ugh. Endless emails. I may actually need more coffee today. But yeah, like even my maintenance days, They're on, I guess there used to be a scan, like a antivirus scan. It was ran through a program called ESAT. And I guess they were running the scan after 5 p.m. local time on the computers, local meaning Tucson time, on the computers, and it would shut down the computers after it was done, which is fine. Which is fine if, everybody goes back in on Monday and nobody tries to work over the weekend. But it was not fine because it took them a couple weeks to figure out, like, why are all the computers off? Because nobody was going in on Mondays. So it was pretty much decided that maintenance days are on Sundays, because that way if something goes sideways, there will be somebody that will be in right away. So hello, welcome. We normally do science-y things. This is community coffee. I am just rambling, and I am tired, and I am actually probably going to wrap it up soon because I am tired. So, yeah. I had coffee. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am tired. So, yeah. I have reached the rambling part and I am pretty exhausted. So, actually, there's one thing I wanted to show you guys that I thought was pretty cool. This came up. Hold on, I lost chat. Yeah, but like I don't have my wireless stuff set up. Oh, I don't need to. I don't think I had to do this before. This is weird. Watch a demo. Oh. It didn't make me do all this other stuff before. Alright, so we're going to call this test. I'm going to give this an email. A fake email. Phone number. No. What? That's not how this worked yesterday. I was able to get into a room yesterday and explore. That's annoying. That's super annoying. Well then. There's this website called Yo Tribe. And I was able to play around with it yesterday, and I don't remember what I did to play around with it yesterday. But you are actually able to, like, move around in... Why do you do this? I'm gonna mute the video. because it had let me test it. Like I was able to get to the screen, right? So you do all that, and then it had some sort of picture backgrounds. But see all these people in the bubbles? Like you can move in and out from the people in the bubbles. And it is super cool, but for whatever reason, I can't just pop in and test it like I was able to yesterday. But yeah, you can essentially move from spot to spot. So I don't know why that's not a thing today. So it is very cool. I think we might end up using it for PSI. Yeah, kinda. I don't think I actually ever used Google Circles, honestly. I don't think I ever used Google Circles. But yeah. Aha, here we go. So here is copy. There's just a link to play with it. I'm going to transition. And it wants to use my webcam, which is not working because it's already, you know, taken. So allow on its essentially freaking out. So it's essentially freaking out, so I can't give you a live demo. Because Windows is like, oh no, something is already using your webcam, nothing else can use your webcam. But yeah, that was the link I was able to explore with yesterday. And I'm probably going to have to get into other things. But yeah, it looks like you can have, there's no limits, but there are 36 guests to essentially a room. Oh, your joke about an AI girlfriend. Oh, you're testing a chatbot. Okay. It's like that makes so much more sense. Yeah. But yeah, that is the Yo tribe. Which they're very much like, yeah. I'm annoyed. So we'll see how soon I can get up on the list. And that was just with random info. Okay, so I am definitely petering out. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I am exhausted. And yeah, I think I'm going to go lay down again or play video games or something to try to recover spoons before I get to work. Because no spoons is no fun. Yeah, charge up some energy. I'll probably have some more caffeine. I'm looking for the credits. I'm trying to get the credits going. Aw. Keeper's like, yes, go, be done. Because I probably have actually hit Keeper's 1,000 credit thing. Alright, so there's the credits. So yeah, hi, I've been Annie, and I will see you tomorrow for Rocket Roundup. And yeah, things and stuff. So, yeah, this has been brought to you by PSI and you, so thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow, where I will hopefully have more spoons. Alright, bye.